Hello everyone, it's Coachella season. One of my favorite times of year. I love Coachella because obviously the music, but also because you're gonna get to dress up. It's like a fairy tale Halloween. You get to wear these cool flower headbands that you wouldn't normally get to wear on a daily basis. I mean, you can, but people might look at you like you're a little crazy. Today's video is going to be about different hairstyles with and without hair extensions that you can wear to music festivals like Coachella or Ultra or whichever one you're going to this summer. I'm just going to give you a couple of tips on how to really enjoy it as much as possible because it's pretty hot and windy and it can get kind of miserable if you don't plan for it. I'm going to do the tips and tricks first just so those of you who are not interested in hairstyles can stop watching. Otherwise, please continue. Here's a couple things that I suggest. Your jewelry, make sure that you don't really care about it too much because you will lose it. A lot of things break. Like I had this really pretty leg chain that I got. It broke instantly. I mean, what was I thinking? I was jumping and like dancing around. You're gonna get really dehydrated and water bottles are super expensive. There is an area where you can fill up your own water bottle or your Camelback. There's usually lines and it's kind of a messy area. It's best if you bring a Camelback that's, you know, kind of cute but not too big. It's not gonna hurt your shoulders or give you some weird tan lines. And you'll be able to stay hydrated throughout the day because there's a lot of people who are passed out or going to like the emergency area because they're just not drinking enough water and they're partying too hard, so be careful. As far as transportation goes, I would suggest getting a shuttle. That's what we do every year, and you can just pay like a flat fee of like $25 a person and they'll pick you up, drop you off. You'll have a separate area so you won't have to deal with that crazy Uber line because that is a mess, especially at the end of the night when you're trying to go home and you're exhausted. You're like sitting on the dirt waiting for like 2 hours for an Uber. It's absolutely ridiculous. So make sure you plan ahead for that. As far as shoes go, don't wear flip-flops because your feet will be black and you'll have a bunch of bruises and cuts on them from people walking all over you. It's not fun. Also, gym shoes, they're kind of hard to pull off with these outfits. It's a very flowy kind of style, so gym shoes doesn't really go. So I've been wearing boots, like combat boots. They're super comfortable. They block all the dirt. Usually when I come home I have to kind of shake them out because of all of the rocks, but it's better than gym shoes or flip-flops. And definitely don't wear high heels. That is crazy. You're gonna be walking like for miles basically throughout the whole day. Be comfortable. Maybe bring one of those little fans that spray water, and if you can, put like some peppermint oil in there because then it'll cool you off throughout the day. It's also really dusty, so I always bring a bandana just to cover my mouth or like a scarf or something because otherwise it's kind of hard to breathe and then you have dust all in your teeth and in your nose and it's gross. Unless you have VIP, your bathroom situation is gonna suck. They're just porta potties, there's no mirrors, there's long lines, they're all really disgusting from being used all day long. And yeah, if you have VIP, there's this whole area where they have like fancy mirrors, they have hairstylists there to do your makeup and like braid your hair and all kinds of products and deodorant. It's amazing, but it's also really expensive. It's like $1,100 for the ticket, so it's kind of hard to get a big group of people to do that. I've only done it once, but it was totally worth it. So if you can spring for it, do it. So if you plan on wearing hair extensions, I don't know about you, but mine gets super nappy, like really fast. I have to brush them like every hour. I don't know why, but that's just what I have to do and it's a pain. So this year I've decided that I'm only gonna wear them if I'm actually pinning it up or braiding it. Or at least I can start off with like a half up, half down situation and then braid it later on when it gets too hot and it starts to get nappy. These hairstyles are best done when your hair is dirty. So instead of washing your hair every night when you come home, maybe just leave it how it is and use that to help style your hair and keep in the braids or buns or whatever it is that you're doing. The Evian spray is going to be a lifesaver as well because it'll cool you down throughout the day if you don't have one of those little fans that I was talking about. You also want to keep some things on you, like maybe some gum or a brush, some Visine. They are kind of strict in what you can and can't bring. So I would definitely go on the website and check and make sure. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you have a lot of fun, but please remember to be safe, drink lots of water, be careful, and have a good time. These are great, but when you're at Coachella, it's very windy and it's really hot and you're sweating and you're jumping and you're dancing around, and you want to make sure that these are pinned in like really good, otherwise you'll lose it, it'll fall off, and then you have like, you know, a messy, nasty hair situation. So keep some extra bobby pins in your purse if you can. Here's another little headpiece that's more like a jewelry. It's pretty awesome, except last year it kept falling off, so I don't know if I'm gonna wear it this year, but it's so pretty. Just let it hang and then you hook it to the back. I'm trying out these new clip-on nails for the first time. Of course, I'm a dummy and I decided to do a hair video the day that I try them, and I damn nearly almost popped one off. But they're actually pretty great. They're all still on, so. And it was only 10 bucks for these. It's pretty amazing. And the glue was already attached to the nail, so you don't have to actually like have a separate glue container and press it on. It's literally just a press on. But last year I think I just pinned it on the sides. If I wear it, I'll probably pin it right here and here, and then two in the back, kind of going downwards. And I'm wearing my hair extensions, so they should be able to clip into the actual hair that's attached to the clips, and it'll kind of help stay warm. So let's start by setting a relaxing tone for the day. It can get kind of stressful if you're rushing to get ready or waiting on people. So use some essential oils, light some candles, listen to some music, do whatever you have to do, maybe smoke some Mary Jane to feel relaxed. Let's start off with this top knot. Start by pushing your hair back, parting it down on each side, and sectioning off the top portion, and then putting the rest back in a ponytail. Now take that top portion of hair and build a French braid, grabbing a piece from the left, right, and middle and crossing over and pulling more hair each step of the way. And then just use a rubber band to tie off the end. Stretch out your arms, your hands, relax your neck. And you could just leave this up in a ponytail like so. Or you can take the bottom half down and do a top knot at the top of your braid, just with whatever hair was left over. And then go through and do a slight beach wave on the rest of your hair. Try not to burn your ear. Next we have this waterfall braid. Start by parting your hair on the side, taking about 1.5 inches thickness of hair and building a regular braid. Use an elastic to tie it off, and then start to pancake the braid and pull it apart to kind of make it look more full. And then take a small section of hair out of the front and pull it through the first bottom loop. Use a pin to hold it in place and keep it nice and tight. And then proceed to do the same all the way down to your ear. This can get a little tricky, but once you get the hang of it, it's pretty easy. Just remember to easily pull apart the bottom loop. And then take what's left and pin it back. Use a couple extra bobby pins because of the wind. And then let the rest of your hair fall down. Next is just a simple hat with a couple of braids. So take a small section of hair on the top and form a simple braid, taking a piece from the left, the right, and the middle and crossing over. And instead of using an elastic to tie off the end, you could just use a comb to tease it, and then it'll stay in place. Then take another section from the bottom. This one is the one that will probably show the most, so make sure it's a pretty big piece. And then do the same on the other side. And then pull out a medium-sized hat of your choice. You don't want it to be too big so that you're not blocking people's view behind you. Next we have just 2 high buns. It's very simple, but it keeps your hair out of your face and your neck, and then you can add some glitter or something to make it pop. So start by just splitting your hair in half. Section off one side so that it doesn't mix in with the other. And then use a comb to tightly brush it into a pony right above your ear. So if you just curl the bottom of the pony underneath the elastic, then you have this little bun. Squeeze it apart, and then in order to get more of a sporadic feel, just kind of take one side of it and spin it around and start to pin it in place, and then just mold it to whatever you feel looks best. Some glitter. This is really hard to get out, so be prepared to have glitter in your hair for days. Next is this Khaleesi inspired braid with hair extensions. Use a clip to separate the top portion of your hair. Clip in your 4-clip extension, and then take a 3-clip extension and clip it right underneath. Take a section of hair from the left and right and build a little pony, leaving hair in the middle. Squeeze it apart a bit, and then just flip it around and pull the bottom through. And it gives it this really pretty look that's very simple to do. Stretch out your arms, shake it out. It's important that you brush your hair throughout so that it stays sleek and smooth. Proceed to do the same thing again. Flip it over, pull it through, and then just take the rest of the hair and form a simple braid. Stretch it out. And I'm going to use some of these pretty clips that I got to give it a little extra detail. Next is our headband look. I got this from Target. It's pretty awesome. Take the hair that's in front of your ear and spin it and twist it back and wrap it around the headband. Once you've done that, go through and kind of stretch and pull it apart to make it cover it some more. Once you start getting really hot and you're dancing like crazy and you feel like you're gonna have a heart attack, it's time to pin it up. So spray yourself down with some Evian or whatever you have and then do a simple braid. Lastly, we have this punk rock look. So we're gonna take the top section of hair again, brush it through, separate it, and then form 2 French braids on each side of your head. Taking a piece from the left and the right and the middle and crossing over, taking a little bit more hair each time. Tie it off. Take out the hair that's clipped, tease it a bit, pin it if you want, And then I'm going to add some more hair extensions. Instead of clipping it downwards, I'm going to go backwards and flip it up. That way the hair goes towards the ponytail instead of away from it. Tie it up, take out the elastics from the braid. And there you have it, a simple rock star look that'll hold throughout the day. But use lots of hairspray. I didn't use any for these because I needed my hair to still be flexible. As always, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you want to see more, hit like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.